What up, guys? I'm doing a review on the new Nike Elite NFL jerseys and the general fakes that you see online and the differences between the two. Already you can see some of the differences. Obviously the length between the Elite and the fake. The real one's a little bit shorter than the fake. Another big difference you can already see is the 5 on this one is a little bit bigger and a lot more sharp than this one. The Ravens across the chest is a lot higher up than it is on the fake. So obviously those are some differences you can see. I'm just going to go into some bigger differences that you won't be able to see, that you can tell between the two. You know, I know it's hard to see online. I did have the fake before, but you know, the differences really bugged me. Being a hardcore Ravens fan, you know, obviously I got my game jersey over there, but being a hardcore Ravens fan, you know, I noticed the little differences between the two jerseys, and I had to have the real one, so I went ahead and I spent the money on it. But my fake jersey here, we'll go over. It's pretty good. It's good quality. You know, a lot of people would be happy with this. You know, I wasn't, but that's just because of the. You know, I just got to have the best version out there. But that's just me. So I did a review on the Elites already. It's on my channel. Go check it out. I go over obviously the main things between them. If there's any questions you guys have about the Elite, you know, go ahead on there and comment, rate it, and let me know and I'll answer any questions you guys have. But right now, we'll go over the fake. Obviously, the mesh is a little bit different. You can see my fingers through it. It's a lot lighter than the Elite. Obviously, you can't see my fingers, my skin through it like the other one. It's a lot more stretchy than the fake. The tag right here is a really light gray, and it's not reflective at all. Whereas the tag on this one is reflective, and it's a darker gray. The information on the tag is identical. You got the Nike symbol here, or not the Nike, the NFL shield here, as well as the players, the size. I'm pretty sure even that's the same. You got the Nike Swoosh. Yep, you got the same details. So everything here is the same. It's just that this is a different color. It's kind of crooked also. You can see it kind of goes up from left to right. The stitching is pretty good. It's pretty on accurate with how the stitching is done. You know, and compared to the Elite, the fabric obviously isn't different, or isn't the same. You can see how flimsy this is, and you can see how stiff this is. So the fabric is one of the things that a lot of people, I think, would prefer over to the fakes than the Elites, is that this is really heavy. Even the mesh is kind of a heavier, stretchy material than the fakes. I have a high school jersey from Under Armour that pretty much the whole jersey is almost this exact material right here. It's kind of a stretchy mesh material, except on the shoulder pads. So I was pretty impressed with that. That my high school jersey from Under Armour is pretty much identical to this material. But this material seems to be kind of leftover material from Reebok's old jerseys, and the jerseys from Reebok that were kind of painted on this material right here. Another thing I noticed right off the bat is the size of this mesh area was a lot bigger than this size. That these side portions right here were a lot thicker and higher up than the fakes. As you can see, it ends here. This one ends up here. And you can see the difference between that and the thickness of this compared to that. It's probably a good inch on each side longer, so probably 2 inches longer than the Elite. The numbers here, this is obviously smaller. I got a chip out of the numbers right here. Not that big of a deal, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know if you can see it, but this is not straight at all. I mean, the stitching is pretty good. The numbering is a little stiff in this. As you can see, it's not very flimsy like in the Elite jerseys. The finish is matted, kind of. It's like a stiff, kind of almost cardboard. I mean, it's still pretty good. This is obviously matted and stiff too, but it's not as stiff. It's more flimsy. It's almost as if they put this purple 5 on, and then this gold 5 on, and then this white 5 on. Whereas this one seems to just be this outer part. I got bad lighting. This outer part right here, and then this 5 part, and then the gold strip on top. It's not 3 different things, it's one. The Ravens logo is pretty good. You can see the little connections right here. It looks a little trashy in comparison to that one. Again, you know, not a big deal. Only people like me would notice. This is rubber, which I thought was pretty impressive that they got. Most of these fake jerseys have a stitched one. This is almost identical. The Flywire is not very stiff as it is in the Elite. Looks like the same material. It has those bumps. You can see the bumps on that one. But it's not really bumps. It's almost like a stitching put over, like painted on by like this rubber part. It makes it really stiff. And this one's not stiff at all. They got the tag right sewn on the back. Another thing I put on my other review of the Elite is that this part's purple all the way around. This part is purple, and then this part is black. Also much stiffer. So, you know, again, small differences. This is the big part. This is the part that a lot of people notice between the two. Or you should notice between the two as far as fakes. You can already see the size difference between them. Obviously the Elite is much bigger than the fake here. The swoosh isn't as sharp as this one is. And what I noticed big was this part down here. That's a mess. You know, that is just garbage. Down there. That's perfect. Perfect 5 stars right there. 5 points. And that's a mess. You can also tell that this part comes too far over, so that they could go into this part up here or something. That one doesn't. Perfect line. Perfectly straight. You know, of course you got the ventilation zones perfect on here. And we'll go ahead and flip to the back. The back looks good. The back, you know, you got your little phrase there. I got a little stain on there somehow. on the A2, just the way it came. You know, numbers again stiff, but not a big difference. The thing that bugged me most about the fake as opposed to the Elite was the way it fit. The collar was huge. Collar made me feel like I was wearing a deep V t-shirt. Whereas the Elite doesn't fit that way. If I straighten this out perfectly, you can see that it comes down to like halfway between the tag. If I do this one, tag barely shows at all. You know, so that bugged me a lot. And then obviously the length. You know, you think with a bigger collar, the shirt would be bigger, or the jersey would be bigger. It's not. So, you know, those are the big things, the little things, excuse me. And one thing that most people want to know is it waterproof? Is it fake? If it's fake if it's not waterproof. Well, as you can see from this one, it's waterproof. The real one is. The thing about this one is it's waterproof. So people be like, oh well, it must be real if it's waterproof. That's not necessarily true. You know, so like I said, this fake's pretty good quality, but you know, it's the little things that you notice between the two. So just rate, comment, subscribe. I don't know if I have any questions, but I don't know where I got this one. Got it from a friend. He just said he knew. Got it from a friend who knew a friend who got it from somewhere in China, so it probably overpaid for this one. But again, it's still pretty good quality for the fake. So just leave some comments. Just let me know what you guys think. Alright, thanks.